Hi guys, it's me. I want to make a video today about criticism on YouTube because it's something that has come up recently and I've seen a lot more of it than usual, and I just want to give you my thoughts on it. Now, first of all, I realized that when I started to make a YouTube channel that I would get hate and criticism in some form or another anyway, because that's human nature, that's life. You know, some people dislike you just for being you. I'm under no illusion that everyone's going to like who I am or what I do, and nor should it be that way. You know, we're all different, we all have different experiences, and not everyone's going to like you. So I personally was prepared for that. I didn't really give it too much thought. Also, it didn't put me off, luckily, because I really love what I do and I enjoy this YouTube channel. Because certain people will look at me and they will be put off because of my face or my accent or the way I speak or the way I sit or my pillows behind me or my hair or the things I have to say or whatever it is. So you're not going to please all the people all the time, and I'm certainly under no illusion that that was ever going to happen. Now, the criticism that I've received mainly is on the daily tarot readings. And the daily tarot readings are something that I really enjoy doing, and they're the thing that I started this channel with. I started with the daily tarot readings, then I expanded into other things. I started doing the horoscopes and the weeklies and the vlogs and all of those things. So it's grown over time, okay? But the daily tarot readings themselves, yes, they are monetized. I put a banner on the bottom of the screen, so I get a couple of cents from each of those videos. Okay, so it's not like I'm raking in the dough from those videos. Like in a week probably I'll get £1 or something from ads. Okay, so the point of those daily readings isn't to make a whole ton of money. I mean, I could put those skip ads in front of them, or I could put the 30-second ads in front of them, and that would bring in more ad revenue, but that's not really the point. The point of those daily tarot readings is to give a free kind of message for the day for someone who might actually want to use it, or who wants some guidance and direction, and who feels like watching a video like that would be helpful. Okay, so it's not something that I'm doing to really earn an income with. It's something that I genuinely enjoy doing. Now, the main criticism, or some of the criticism that I've got, is on people criticizing the cards themselves. Okay, so I hate this deck. Why on earth would you use it? I had one comment last week saying, there are so many cards out there, why would you choose the ugliest? And the thing is that the cards that I use, they speak to me and I enjoy using them, and that's why I use them. Because at the end of the day, as an intuitive reader, I've got to listen to my own inner voice, my own inner guidance, and to use the cards that actually speak to me. That's the whole point of this, that I tap into my intuition and give you a message that feels honest and genuine. Now, I've even made some notes on this just to get all this in, and to kind of give you a structured thing in terms of what the problem is here. So if you don't like the cards, what I don't understand, first of all, is why you're criticizing me. Go to the publisher and say, why on earth would you publish such horrible cards if you hate them so much and if you have such a problem with them? Go talk to the publisher or the designers of the cards. I'm just a person using them. Now, the other thing about the criticism is, you may think your opinion is very important and is going to change my life, but the reality is that I don't even know who you are. So please excuse me if I don't change my whole way of operating and my whole system around, because someone somewhere out in the world, I don't even know where or who they are, have an opinion. That is not really going to change the way I operate. So your criticism is really kind of pointless in a way, because you're barking up the wrong tree. I don't know you. I'm not going to take your opinion as an edict from the Vatican, which I wouldn't listen to anyway. But I don't give that a lot of weight and importance, because this is something that's very personal to me that I do. So if you don't like it, you know, no one's forcing you to watch this. You can go watch someone else who you do like and who uses cards that you enjoy. I use a variety of cards. I use lots and lots and lots of different cards. And I like that because it gives me variety. Each deck is different and it adds a certain meaning to the cards, and it keeps it interesting for me and hopefully for you as well. And that's why I do that. So of course you're not going to like every deck. I don't like every deck, but I like to have a bit of variety and to change things up a little bit and to use the things that will add meaning to the actual readings and to make it more interesting. So of course you're entitled to your opinion, and by no means do I think you should only say everything is wonderful, but I just want you to realize that your criticism in itself isn't particularly constructive because it's not going to affect a change in me. I'm still going to use the cards that I want, and I'm going to use a variety of cards that I like. Now, also what I've noticed on the channel is that people in the comment sections will look at the cards and they will interpret them differently, and they will say, Gregory is wrong, and this is the real interpretation of the cards. Okay? And that could be. You know, I'm just one person. I've been working with the cards for a long time, and I see them in a certain way. And I've got a certain background, which obviously feeds into the meanings I interpret. And I've got my own personal experiences, which I put into the card readings. And you're going to be different. So if you're an expert, and if you really know the cards very well, and if you feel like what I'm doing is really misrepresenting the tarot in a sense, then I really encourage you to start your own channel and to do it yourself and to include your own meanings. Because, like I said, I'm not all-knowing, I'm not the tarot guru, I'm just someone who's worked with these and who taps into their own intuition and who gives the messages that I feel are right. Okay? You can do that for yourself. You can start your own channel and interpret them in the way that you would like. And that way, I'm happier because I don't have to listen to the criticism, and you're fulfilling your destiny of being a card reader, which obviously is there because you're able to interpret. Okay? Now, at the end of the day, really, this is my channel, and I'm going to use the cards that I like. And if you, and I think I've made this point a little bit already now, but if you really think that I'm off and that I have bad taste in tarot cards, then go watch someone who has better taste. I mean, it's not rocket science. Just go find someone who does it better and stop torturing yourself by watching Gregory Scott videos. Now, the one thing that I do want to say is that I'm a sensitive person, but I also have a lot of earth in my chart, so I'm very practical, okay? So when I came into this, I was practical, and I had enough kind of common sense to realize that people were going to hate on me whatever I do. Even if I was like the most skilled, amazing, wonderful person, certain people were going to criticize me, okay? And I'm kind of tough in that sense because I've had to put up with criticism my whole life. I was criticized growing up. Being gay is socially criticized, or has been until recent times, which is really good. So I'm not that fragile when it comes to criticism, and it certainly doesn't upset me or cause me sleepless nights. It does not, okay? But a lot of intuitive people have a dream of starting their own channel or doing something for themselves, okay? And if they look at my channel and if they see someone being criticized relentlessly and that it's really like just ongoing and ongoing, you're not being constructive to me in one sense, but you're also not being constructive to other people who may be a little bit more shy and less practical, and you may be putting them off following their own dreams because they're like, oh no, I don't want to expose myself to all this negativity and hate because I'm a sensitive person and I don't think I could put up with that, okay? So just think about that a little bit, and you know, we're all trying our best and we're all trying to do something that we feel skilled at, and if you're putting someone off, you're really not helping them kind of realize their own ambitions and their own dreams. And intuitive people are often very sensitive, and they're more sensitive than other people. Now, the great thing about this is that as the person who runs the channel, I've got this cool little button which says hide user from channel. So if I think you're being overly critical, or you're just being annoying, or I just don't want to hear it, which totally is within my, I can make those judgment calls, and I can press this cool little button which says hide user from channel. And that means that your comments simply don't show up anymore and everything is wonderful again. I wish real life was like that. Because I can then focus on what I'm doing, and then I don't need to feel like, I'm constantly being criticized. Because if I felt like I was just getting hate and hate and hate, then that would really take the fun out of this, and I wouldn't do the daily tarot readings anymore, because it's just like, well, if I'm just getting on people's nerves, then why do it? I don't want to cause conflict or negativity, and then I would just stop. So that's very positive. And again, I want to clarify that I don't expect everyone to love me. I don't think that's natural anyway. Not everyone is going to love me. And I think you're entitled to your own opinion. But just, I want to contextualize this in the sense that a lot of the criticism really goes in one ear and out the other. And when it comes to me, you're really barking up the wrong tree. Because I know what I'm doing, or what I feel is right. And that's what I go with. I don't go with, oh, okay, some man in the Congo thinks that I should use the Radiant Rider-Waite deck today, therefore I will do it. Because if I constantly focused on other people's opinions and what I ought to be doing, then I wouldn't be doing what I want. And at the end of the day, this is my channel and I enjoy it, and I am doing what I want. So I want the channel to be a really positive, loving environment as well. And I think my work is about encouraging people and looking at how to deal with negative things, and I try and look at the positive solution to those problems. Because the thing is, not all of my readings are going to be every day is sunny and rosy and wonderful and love appears in your life, because that's not reality. And that's why I like the tarot, because it looks at the negative and the positive. And some of my readings are going to be negative, and I look at a positive solution to that problem, whatever it may be. And some days are wonderful, and those wonderful days then have added meaning because they exist alongside the negative. And that's why I think the tarot is a useful tool, because it looks at both sides of the human experience. So if you only want someone to tell you that every day is going to be glorious and you're never going to have a problem, then again you're barking up the wrong tree, because life doesn't work like that. And certainly I'm someone who understands that life can be very difficult, and that is reflected in my tarot cards. But what I do try and do is I try and look at the solution to the problem. I don't just say you're doomed today and that's it. I look at, okay, there may be feelings of insecurity and anxiety, and this is what you can do to overcome that. Okay, so I want the channel to be an environment which feels positive and safe, to encourage other tarot readers to follow their dreams and to do what they want to do. That's also why I did a tarot course on my website, so that people can learn to do this for themselves if they do disagree with me, and that they can get the basics and that they can do their readings in their own way. I'm just one person. There are millions of tarot readers out there. Okay, so I will continue to hide negative, really, really negative, pointless, just mean-spirited things from the channel, because I want it to be an environment where people can feel like we're kind of in this together, and we can grow, and we're getting guidance, and we're getting help, and I can even do this myself one day. So if you discover that you can't comment on the channel anymore, it's because you've annoyed me and I've removed you. There you go. So I feel really lucky in a sense that I am practical, and that I do have this understanding that, whatever you do in life, people are going to criticize you. I mean, the thing that really struck me, I was reading the paper, I think a couple of weeks or months ago, and there was this article about how terrible Mother Teresa was, and how she was an attention whore, and how she just wanted to be in the spotlight all the time. And I just thought, even if she is criticized, then, everyone is going to be criticized. And I'm certainly doing something that's unconventional, that isn't like, I'm not an accountant or a lawyer or engineer. I'm doing something that's intuitive and that speaks to a certain audience. Okay, so I expected the hatred, but other people are, and I know I'm repeating myself now, but other people are much more sensitive in the sense to that kind of criticism, and it will put them off. And I think that would be a real shame, because I think the more space we have for the more time and space we have to express ourselves and for everyone to be creative, I think the more rich the world is going to be. So that's it. I just wanted to comment on that because it's been an ongoing thing that's been building up, and I just wanted to address it in a video and give you my thoughts on it. And I will continue to do the readings, and I will continue to use controversial decks that I like and that other people may not like. And I'm going to have a fun time doing it. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on all of this. I feel really blessed that I'm not, an emotional cripple from this negative feedback, and it really doesn't kind of cause me like a nervous breakdown. And I did just want to address it though as a thing that happens. And if you're someone who is considering your own channel, then this is my experience as someone who's been on YouTube for a couple of years, and I would encourage you to pursue your dreams and to do what it is you want, and to take criticism and those kind of things with a pinch of salt, and also that you do have some control over it, that really the malicious things you can just remove. So there you go. That's my little opinion. I don't know if that was useful or not, but I just wanted to get it off my chest before I start doing my daily tarot readings here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon.